Hi students, welcome to VerandaRace. And in today's session we are going to discuss 32 very nice words, very useful words for improving or enhancing your vocabulary. So let us start today's session with some good words. The first word is savant. Savant means a scholarly and learned person. Savant means a scholarly and learned person. So it's a noun. So when we call someone as savant, he is a very scholarly and learned person. Scholarly means one who has a lot of knowledge, one who has a lot of erudition, and one who is very learned. Learned in the sense that he has a lot of knowledge. So savant means a scholarly and learned person. It's a noun. Next word is strident. Strident means a shrill and harsh sound. A shrill and harsh sound is known as strident. It's also a noun. A shrill and harsh sound is known as strident, which is a noun. Savant means a scholarly and learned person. Strident means a shrill and harsh sound. Next word is sabbatical. Sabbatical means off Sabbath. Sabbath, Sunday or holiday. So noun. So off Sabbath, off Sunday or Sunday itself, and holiday is known as sabbatical. Savant means a scholarly and learned person. Strident means a shrill and harsh sound. Sabbatical means off Sabbath, Sunday or holiday. Next word is spurt. Spurt means sudden outburst. So spurt of something would mean sudden outburst of that particular thing, especially spurt of population, spurt of the demand for something, the sudden outburst of something, that's known as spurt. Spree. Spree means maritime or lively. Maritime or lively means spree. So it's a noun basically, not lively exactly would mean spree. Spurt is a noun. Spree would mean very maritime. For example, they are on a spree, means they are on maritime, they are celebrating themselves. So it's known as spree. Savant means scholarly and learned person. Strident means a shrill sound. Sabbatical means Sunday, holiday or off Sabbath. Off Sabbath means off Sunday. Spurt means sudden outburst. Spree means maritime or lively. Snub. Snub means to treat with contempt. So if somebody has somebody snubs somebody else, means he treats them with contempt. Snub means to treat with contempt, is known as snub. And another word is snob. Snob means one who is obsessed with social position. It's a noun. So a person who is a snob, he will treat, who is obsessed with his social position or prestige and all, known as a snob. And this kind of behavior is known as a snobbish behavior. Snobbish behavior means person interested in a lot of social position of his own is known as a snobbish behavior, and that person is known as a snob. Snub means to treat somebody with contempt. Contempt means looking down upon someone or criticizing someone, or generally looking down upon someone is known as snub. The action is known as snub. It's a verb. Next is squabble. Squabble means noisy and petty quarrel. So if there's a squabble between two people or a group of people, it means there's a lot of noisy and petty quarrel. Means very trifling quarrel. Very small issue leads to a quarrel is known as a noisy petty quarrel, known as a squabble. Okay. Let's revise the words. Savant means a scholarly and learned person. Strident means shrill and harsh sound. Sabbatical means Sunday or a holiday. Spurt means sudden outburst. Spree means maritime or lively period, we can say. It's better to say lively period. Full of energy is known as lively period. Snub means to treat with contempt or looking down upon someone. Snob means one who is obsessed with social position, or snobbish behavior means this kind of behavior in which a person generally is obsessed with the social position of his own, prestige and social position. Squabble means noisy and petty quarrel. Okay. Next set of words, shibboleth. Shibboleth means an idea or old custom. An old idea or custom is known as shibboleth. Shibboleth means a very old idea or custom or a ritual practiced by certain group of people is known as shibboleth. Okay. Next is it's a noun. Shibboleth is a noun. Tenable is an adjective which means defensible by argument. So something which is tenable can be defended by argument. So suppose there is a case in which one person has certain point to put forward to and fight his particular cause, then his point can be called as tenable, means defensible by argument. He can give arguments and defend his point. Next is transpire. Transpire means become known or happen. It's a verb. So something transpires means it becomes known and happens. That's known as transpire. For example, the India's win in the final match transpired into something very interesting. Means happened into something interesting. Tenable is an adjective known as defensible by argument, that can be defended by argument, known as tenable. Next is tautology. Tautology means needless repetition. So if somebody does a tautology in his essay or in his writing or article writing, he uses the same words again and again. So it is known as needless repetition, known as tautology. Tautology. Okay. Next is grisly. Grisly means horrible. Horrible means what? Horrible means something that gives you a shock. It gives you a shock is known as grisly or horrible. So we'll repeat the word. Shibboleth means an old idea or custom. Tenable means defensible by argument. Transpire means become, known or happen. Tautology means needless repetition. Grisly means horrible. Lecherous means lustful. Lustful means desirous. Lecherous. It's a tautology is a noun. Grisly is an adjective. Lecherous is a noun, means lustful and desirable. Desirous. And canard means hoax, falsity or rumor. Canard means hoax. Hoax means something which is a kind of rumor. For example, people generally say that there's a bomb kept at a certain place, and there's a kind of rumor or falsity. That's known as a canard or a hoax. Next is vaunt. Vaunt, V-A-U-N-T. Vaunt means to brag about oneself. It's a kind of egotism when we say brag. Egotism means bragging about oneself is known as vaunt. V-A-U-N-T. It's a verb. It's a verb. Canard is a noun. Canard is a noun. Rumor, hoax or falsity. We'll revise again. Shibboleth means an old idea or custom. Tenable means defensible by argument. Transpire means become, known or happen. Tautology means needless repetition. Grisly means horrible. Lecherous means lustful. Canard means hoax, falsity or rumor. And vaunt means brag about oneself. Okay. Next is torpor. Torpor means lassitude, languor, lethargy, sluggishness. So if somebody shows lazy behavior, it's known as torpor. It's a noun which means lassitude, which means lethargy, which means laziness, which means sluggishness. Sluggishness in the body movements or sluggishness in the activities is known as torpor. Lassitude, languor, lethargy or sluggishness. Next word is precarious. Precarious means dubious, doubtful, insecure and ticklish. Ticklish means something which is very doubtful and dubious and insecure, known as precarious. It's an adjective. Okay. Next is antediluvian. Antediluvian means very old and ancient. Antiquated. Antiquated, ancient and very old is known as antediluvian. So antiquated, ancient, antediluvian, very old, primeval. Okay. This is an adjective, no doubt. Okay. Next is equivocal. Equivocal means ambiguous, subject to different interpretations. Something which is equivocal will have different interpretation, different understanding of the understandings. So if something is ambiguous, something is vague, it may have different interpretation, different meanings to different people. That's known as equivocal. That's not clear actually. Okay. Next is bedizen. Bedizen means beautify, emblazon or adorn, to decorate. So bedizen is a verb. Don't consider it's a noun. Not like netizen or citizen. It's bedizen is a verb which means to beautify, emblazon or adorn something or garnish something. Right. Equivocal is an adjective. Bedizen is basically a verb which means beautify, emblazon or adorn. Fallow. Fallow means inactive, infertile, uncultivable. Uncultivable, infertile. So fallow land, fallow soil, which is infertile, uncultivable, known as a fallow soil. Very important word it is. It's an adjective, fallow. F-A-L-L-O-W. Don't confuse it with fallow. Fallow means inactive, infertile, uncultivable. Next is potentate. Potentate means a very powerful person. Very nice word it is. If somebody is potentate, it's a noun basically. If somebody is a potentate, he's a very powerful person. Next is quixotic. Quixotic means dreamy, unrealistic or imaginary. Dreamy, impractical, imaginary or unrealistic is known as quixotic. Let us revise the words. Torpor means lassitude, languor, lethargy, sluggishness, laziness. Precarious is dubious, doubtful, insecure, ticklish. Antediluvian, antiquated, ancient, primeval, very old. Equivocal means ambiguous, subject to different interpretation. Bedizen means beautify, emblazon, adorn, decorate, garnish. Fallow means inactive, infertile, uncultivable. Potentate is a very powerful person, also known as bigwig. Bigwig, also known as bigwig. D-I-G-W-I-G, bigwig. W-I-G, bigwig. Okay. Quixotic is dreamy, unrealistic. Last set of words. Vociferous. Vociferous is very strong, noisy, clamorous and vehement. So if you put up your point, put across your point vociferously. It means you are very vehement in your expression, very noisy and very clamorous in your expression. Clamorous means lot of noise and lot of strength when you say something with. Vociferous is an adjective. Whimper means to moan, weep, blubber, fuss. It's a verb. It's when you cry very bitterly, when you weep, when you sob, when you blubber, when you fuss. It's known as verb. It's known as whimper. Whimper means children generally whimper when they feel hungry. Okay, or somebody is hurt very badly. He whimpers. Vociferous is vehement, noisy, clamorous. Whimper is moan, weep, blubber, fuss. Trepidation. Trepidation means anxiety, uneasiness, agitation. Trepidation means anxiety, anxiousness, anxiety, depression, uneasiness, agitation. Transgress, infringe, violate or trespass. Transgress means infringe means if somebody infringes in your area or infringes the rules and regulations, breaches the rules and regulations, he trespasses or violates the rules and regulations of a particular area or a particular contract. That's known as transgression or transgress. Trepidation means anxiety, depression, uneasiness, agitation. Sybarite. Sybarite means hedonist, Epicurean, bon vivant. Very nice word. Bon vivant means, so if somebody believes that pleasure is the chief good of life, is known as a hedonist. If somebody believes that pleasure is the chief good of life, is known as a hedonist. Epicurean, bon vivant. These are words used for Sybarite. Very nice word. Swarthy. Swarthy means dusky and brunette. Dusky and brunette, who has a brownish complexion, known as a swarthy person. We revise. Vociferous means vehement, noisy, clamorous. Whimper is moan, weep, blubber, fuss. Trepidation is anxiety, uneasiness, agitation. Transgress means infringe, violate or trespass. Sybarite means hedonist, Epicurean, bon vivant. Swarthy means dusky and brunette. Dusky complexion is basically talked about when somebody has a brownish complexion, a bit like dusk. Okay. Surreptitious. Surreptitious means stealthy, secret or clandestine. Clandestine means something which is secret. Secret is known as clandestine. Subterfuge. Subterfuge means artifice, deception, wile. So subterfuge is a noun. Artifice means a plot against someone in a dishonest plot against someone. Try to fool someone is known as an artifice. Surreptitious. It's an adjective, means stealthy, related to stealing, secret and very clandestine. Swarthy is an adjective, means dusky and brunette. Sybarite means hedonist, which is a noun, which means Epicurean, bon vivant. Hedonist is an adjective, not a noun. Sometimes it can be used as a noun as well. He is a hedonist, kind of expression. He is a hardcore hedonist. That would make it a noun, but he is a hedonist person. That hedonist person can also make it an adjective. Transgress is a verb. Trepidation is noun. This way we can identify. We will revise the words from the beginning. Savant means a scholarly and learned person. Trident means shrill, harsh sound. Sabbatical means off Sabbath, Sunday, holiday. Spurt means sudden outburst. Pre means maritime, lively and lively period of time. Snub means to treat with contempt. Snob means one who is obsessed with social position. Squabble means noisy, petty quarrel. Okay. Shibboleth means an old idea or custom that no longer exists. Tenable means defensible by argument. Transpire, become known or happen. Tautology, needless repetition. Grisly means horrible and shocking. Lecherous means lustful and desirous. Canard means hoax, falsity or humor. Want means brag. Next word. Torpor means lassitude, languor, lethargy, laziness or sluggishness. Precarious means dubious, insecure, ticklish, antediluvian, antiquated, ancient and primeval. Equivocal means ambiguous, subject to different interpretations. Bedizen means beautify, emblazon, adorn, garnish, decorate. Okay. Fallow means inactive, infertile, uncultivable soil or land. Potentate means powerful person, big wig. Quixotic means dreamy, unrealistic, imaginary. Next set of words. Vociferous means vehement, noisy, clamorous and strong kind of protest. Whimper means moan, weep, blubber, fuss, groan, cry, whatever these words you can use. Trepidation means anxiety, uneasiness, agitation. Transgress means infringe, violate, trespass. Sybarite means hedonist, Epicurean, bon vivant, one who believes that pleasure is the chief good of life. Swarthy means dusky, brunette. Surreptitious means stealthy, secret, clandestine. Last word is subterfuge, artifice, deception, vile or fooling someone. Thank you, students. Thank you for being with me in the session. I hope you enjoyed the session a lot. Thank you so much.